A West Midlands MEP has been speaking out against plans to extend maternity leave for women. The European Union wants to extend maternity leave from 14 to 18 weeks. Nikki Sinclaire, who used to be in the UK Independence Party, opposed the idea in a speech in Brussels last night. Nikki, hi. What's wrong with having more time off?
Firstly, you've got the facts on. They're actually voting to extend it to 20 weeks, not 18 weeks.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong in principle with women taking longer time off in maternity, but we've got to face the facts that we're in at the moment. We're cutting public services, we're cutting back on public funding, and we can't afford this social legislation. And I've been asking the European Union to wake up from their Euro Disneyland. They're increasing their budget by 5.9%, while the rest of the European nation states are actually cutting back on public spending. People have been made redundant. In an ideal world, yes, we would want to obviously extend maternity leave, but we simply cannot afford it. This will affect small businesses who do not want this legislation. It will cost the UK £2 billion a year. Bearing in mind that the European Union costs us £16 billion a year, we wouldn't need these public sector cuts if we weren't in the European Union.
Let's just sort of bring it back to brass tacks here. We've got mothers spending more time with their children. That's a good thing. That's a good thing you'd agree with.
Absolutely.
Okay, but you're saying that money is more important than that.
Well, I actually think that there's ways of supporting that to enhance, more flexible leave systems. The system that the European Union put in is ideological. It's over social legislation, and we simply cannot afford it. I would love it if our economy was buoyant and we had this money to pay, and I would be the first to support this. But at times when people have been made redundant, we can't give other people more money.
Yeah, but we've got some of the longest working hours in Europe, and this gives us...
That's actually not true. Well, that actually isn't true. But we've also got the best maternity system, the most fairest and generous standards maternity system throughout the European Union already. But what this intends to, it also is actually very discriminatory against women, because it actually forces women to take 20 weeks off work. It will actually force women to do that. So therefore, women would actually have no choice in their own careers. And it will take women back to the 1920s, because let's be honest, employers will not employ women of childbearing age, because they simply would not be able to afford the social legislation.
Well, that's another issue altogether, surely.
No, it's actually a very real issue. It's actually a very real issue because, and it wasn't just me, it was actually MEPs from all the parties last night said if this passes, it will discriminate against women. It will put women back 30 years.
When is a decision likely to be made, Nikki?
Well, there's a vote on Wednesday, but this has been going on about 18 months. But again, it's another example of the European Union not understanding real people, real lives, the real cost, and it costs us £45 million a day, and we're better off leaving the European Union, governing our own, and maybe if we were outside the European Union, we could afford these maternity benefits.
Nikki Sinclaire, many thanks, MEP in the West Midlands. Should parents have more maternity leave?